you guys can actually hear me. Hello? Is there anybody out there? What up, what up? How is it going? Welcome to Season 1 versus Season 2 what? A Season 1 champion going up against Season 2 champions. OV against HKL. This is gonna be a crazy match. Now, if y'all watched the Rise of Kingdoms official cast, y'all might have noticed that we had some technical difficulties. As you can hear, my mic works. Damn, Drago. But anyway, this match is gonna be one for the books, and as a matter of fact, I want to do something really quickly, which I hadn't prepared for ahead of time, but I just realized this might be better for us. I would like to try to also connect the tablet, and that way we can cast out of the tablet, because we've had a wee bit of technical difficulties. You are causing a shadow, which is making the green screen not work. Thank you. So I want to connect the tablet really quickly, because we might be able to spectate better from there, and I want to give you all the best viewing experience available. So give me a second. Video capture, and this should be that, and that. Whoa. First of all, we're on a farm account. I know you guys can't see me. 1 second. We're doing this on the fly. I kind of just thought about it right now. Like, why don't I have the tablet out too? And so we can do this. Hello. And now, the one thing we got to do is we're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of the viewage, which is okay. It's not terrible. Just to make sure we have a full screen, because I don't have that sidebar like Chiskel does. And so we're going to have to deal with it. We'll try to adjust it so that it looks nice for Osiris, and that way we don't cut out too much. I think that the bottom of Osiris is less significant. It's not significant at all. Everything is at the top. So I feel like we can get away with something like this. We just got rid of the bottom, and the sides are there, where they need to be, give or take. They're give or take where they need to be, and the bottom is just not going to show. That's okay. I feel like this will be a much better viewing experience for you all. I can click on that real quick. Let's go into the match on the farm. And, I mean, OV against HKL is potentially like a final match. This is a spot for potential Osiris Invitational. It's coming up very soon. Where's 411K going to go? I have no idea. Are they going anywhere? 411 is migrating away from 411. Ooh, I didn't know that. Gecko, where are you from? I live in Israel. So we're going to try to cast from the tablet, which means you'll see me looking at the tablet quite a lot more than on here. But I'll keep my eye on you beautiful people as well. In case y'all missed it, Rose took out UCS in the quarterfinals, and they are the first ones to make it out into the Osiris Invitational. 370 potentially. 374, the second team that made their ticket potentially, well, to the top 4 for sure, but we don't know if Osiris Invitational is happening this season or not just yet. Massive shout out to the folks of 374 and Rose, and big GG's to UCS and 1008. Now, sorry, I had to take a cough drop before we started streaming just to make sure that the voice is ready to rock and roll. And now it is. We can collect a little bit of this. In case y'all are wondering, this account hasn't bet on absolutely anything because, I don't know, I don't pay attention to my farms. You should. It's easy, nice little rewards. Why not? But I'm too lazy. So we haven't bet on anything yet. But for me personally, I bet on every single underdog because, I mean, Rose alone made me enough coins that even if I lose the other 3 matches, which we lost 1008, we're still going to make ample of coins out of this. So you never know, SNO might pull a clutch against JWM and give us 12,000 coins out of our 1,000. Or OV might pull a clutch here against HKL, rip our Eye of the Talent where, well, apparently I did bet on this, where we have all of our accounts essentially on HKL. But if OV can take them out, I mean, at least we'll get some Oryx out of that. So it's funny. We bet against ourselves and for ourselves, which is really, really weird. We're 5 minutes away from the match starting. If you go take a quick peek at the Realm of Anubis, this time around, the powerhouse of the Realm of Anubis by what I understood from Dragothian is V636. V636 with a very convincing victory on 8IY. And now there are 3 matches on the Realm of Anubis about to pop up. And essentially, it's open field, right? The first team to make it to the top 4 and the first team that we're going to see potentially in Osiris Invitational are these folks. And then from there, Lord knows. And as the time goes down, if you have any comments, any questions, anything about the cast as the cast goes by, make sure you ask it in the chat. It will take me a little bit of time to, until I see the messages. I tend to focus on the match and on the casting and occasionally take a look at the chat. So hopefully you don't get too mad at the fact that I don't answer you immediately. How you talked in Rise of Kingdoms live channel just now, ROK called you to talk. No, Go. We take over the ROK accounts for casting. So when you see me host, I'm in the ROK account. When you see Drago host, he's in the ROK account. And that's just for Osiris League. What's my take on OV against HKL? I have yet to see someone breaking the HKL playbook. OV are very versatile. They're a very, very versatile, and we'll call them even weird team because they're able to come back from crazy situations unlike any other team. Now I'm gonna go ahead and also close this window to ensure you guys get the best sound available too. I forgot to close that, my bad. And so I think that OV can be very unpredictable. If there's one team that I feel like can beat HKL, it is OV, just because of their unpredictability. I think that both Rhodes, 374, JWM or Snow, are all these teams are going to have a really tough time going up against HKL because I haven't seen anything in their playbook that can counter the strengths of HKL. The aggression of Rose and the aggression of 374 early on is very good because it can put a little bit of a slowdown on the HKL machine. But if there's one thing that I can tell you is that the folks of HKL have, just like everybody else, improved and worked on their gameplay. And they know they had a solid gameplay and plan and everything along the way. And so I don't see a reason why they wouldn't have a good shot at this. Now, you know what, chat? Let's try to do something. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to lower that a little bit. And what we're going to do is I don't usually play with audio, nor do I have sound effects and whatnot on. But I think we can get away with having a little bit of music and a little bit of sound effects going on. What do you think in this match? If you don't like it, we can turn it off throughout the stream. If it's too loud, too low, we can definitely turn it up and down. But I feel like it can add a little bit of action into it, as the sound effects and music of the event can be interesting. OV have minerals. They dig deep when needed. Gonna be a top game. I agree, Misty. I definitely think that OV have a set of plays that we haven't even seen yet. I think that they're absolutely poised to take the crown again. And quite frankly, out of all of the teams I've seen everybody play, it's OV that I still haven't had the ability to fully pinpoint as to whether or not it's a good or a bad thing. So we're gonna find that out momentarily. I hope it'll sound nice and good and all that good stuff. Let me make sure we move. Can I not change the order of these? Nope. Okay, cool. That works as well. I was gonna change the order of that way we can change the sound, whatever. Anyway, we're about a minute, 30 seconds away from the match. In the comments right now, let me know, hashtag OV or hashtag HKL. Who's winning this match? Who do y'all think is winning this match? Of course, don't forget to let your alliance mates, teammates, Discord channels, everybody know we're streaming this match because, man, there are a lot of things to talk about throughout this cast, and there's a few things that we might know that are about to happen. Y'all know we keep our eyes and ears and our communication with these communities, and so we've known OV for a long time. High performance, 15 over 150. Thank you for subscribing. We've been part of this $420. Welcome to the members squad. Right before the match begins, I appreciate you committing to the member squad. If you're a member out there, make sure you drop a heart, a gecko heart for $1 for being our 62nd active member. Hashtag HKLs all over the place. Damn, I see ya. More, hashtag gecko says AG, I appreciate you, AG. Let's get into this match. Hope and pray. Okay, this was the wrong account. I figured. 1 second. We can take care of that. That is not a problem. I thought I had that thing on this account too. Is it the jumper that can get in there? One of these accounts can get in there. We're gonna miss them hopping onto the field. Oh no, tragedy hits. Don't worry, we can definitely get ourselves in. If not on this, we bring the big account on the screen and that's that. Easy peasy, it is done. 1 second, Tokai. Yes, oh damn, the man's a Tokai. I see ya. I see ya. Let's see if this account has what it takes. Does it got the power? I got the power. Do I? Does this account have the power? Yes, it does. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ark of Osiris match. This is Osiris League Season 3, HKL against UCS. I'm in UCS. HKL against OV. This match is going to be probably one of the craziest matches we've seen in a very, very long time. HKL just about finished teleporting. We go take a quick peek at our friends in OV. They're all in here already ready to rock and roll. We have some familiar names on the field. We have Slouty. We have John Wick somewhere in here chilling, about to carry some arcs. For the king, says Hunter. And there goes, oh, they know we're casting. We're taking a look at them. DBK52 and many, many other players. Autumn in here as well. So many peeps that we know from previous seasons doing their thing. Snorlax. And on the other side, none other than, well, technically speaking, the names have changed. But I know Aki is around here. And I know the rest of the crew is here. And man, Aki? I don't know why I went for the Aki. I think Aki is not the right name. I'm confusing. I'm reading chat. I'm looking at 412 and I said Aki. Oh, Lord. Sony in here as well. We have Unicorn down on the field. We got a bunch of this HKL lineup that we've known before. Ray on the field as well. Some Chinese names that I do recognize a little bit of the symbols. This individual more particularly, 141 million power player. I recognize the two symbols right there. Dollar with the 5 DKK. That's Danish krones, I think, right? Am I right? Thank you very much. That's really kind of you. But 9 seconds before the match begins, let's get this rolling. Let's get the ball going. The field is about to open up in a few moments, and here we go. The gates of hell open and the marches start pouring in. Unicorn instantly sending the provisioners out, and so is Arsenal. That is a nice little play to see them already provisioning 3 marches out and about, ready to rock and roll. No, don't delay graphics. God, stupid game. We cannot take the simplified graphics off in here, so I apologize for that. The marches are coming out all over the place. Here comes OV with a massive amount of troops coming out off the gates. If we go take a look at the top, we'll see Slouty running up into here. Slouty always does this, goes and picks up the arc. Is he going? Goes and picks up the obelisk at the top. Monkey, look at Monkey. Oh my goodness, he is flying. Is he going for the outpost first? He is indeed. Great play starting off, picking up the outpost as quickly as humanly possible by using talents that allow you to get extra march speed every time you leave a building or an outpost or whatever it is that you're leaving. From the outpost, you go straight into the obelisk, and that is the quickest way to get it done. You can take a look in here. Ovi doing the same thing. Here's Slouty's march that I was mentioning. It is marching, ladies and gentlemen. It's on its way to the obelisk. And then we'll see what else they do. So far, OV starting with a stronger, quicker, early game. The screen flickers. Does it? Does it flicker, chat? Let me know. We can always switch to the other account. The screen is flickering. The screen is move the color around. Is it looking bad? It's looking supposedly sharper. We can switch to the computer if y'all want. Move the screen. The pixels are very less. Okay, well, we can switch it out. Back to the big account real quick, to the computer real quick. We can take care of that, and that way you guys get to see it properly. And so that's easy enough. All we got to do is this. All right, chat, we tried. It's okay. We got a backup ready to rock and roll. Did you think that I was going to leave it at this and that's that? Bam. Here we go. And back we are into the match. And this time, Temple of Osiris. While it's dark on one screen, while it's bright on the other. Outpost taken. All outposts are taken by both teams. It's looking really good for both teams in a moment. Our not that bad though. Little pixelated, not that bad. Okay, well, we'll take care of that next time around. We don't need this then. We have a bunch of marches pouring out. OV and HKL already have both their buildings, their initial buildings ready to rock and roll. 7 rallies though. OV still have 3 rallies, 1 on HKL's outpost and 2 on their own obelisk. And HKL have 2 on each, on their own and on the enemies. While that's going on, we can take a look in here and see if Slouty decided to try to sneak his way forward again. He did not. He opted to back off and bring a better, bigger march into the field. There is his march right there, walking back from the obelisk. And as marches are pouring in forward, the first and most important buildings you want to keep an eye on is the beautiful, nice little Desert Altar and Sky Altar. These buildings are 150 points each building. It's a very, very important building because you have a total of 1180 points total on the map. 4 altars means 600 points, and that is more than half of the map. So the buildings you want to take care of right after when the 52nd minute happens is obviously by order of priority. You want to have your altars secured as quickly as possible, and from there you want to go into the Shrine of Life and Shrine of War. The problem is, in the early game, aggressive teams tend to go for the opposition's buildings. So you're going to see something like this happening very early on, and a minute before the buildings open up, OV cancel our forward rally right here, going towards the Sky Altar, and looks like this other guy is going the other direction into this caravan. There's one individual trying to go towards the Sky Altar. We do not see any more aggression towards the Sky Altar early on, as OV opts to secure their Shrines of Life. While that's going down, OV are also trying to secure their own Desert Altar as well as posture a bit forward, while the folks at HKL have postured forward in front of their Shrine of War. 30 seconds remain until the buildings open up. It doesn't look like either team is going to be able to aggress early on the other team. Both of them remaining back for first occupations. This is not usual for HKL. You can see HKL plays these kinds of games. They try to get a little bit close. They're trying to sneak their way into this Sky Altar, and they're going to try to take first occupation in the Sky Altar. If they manage to take first occupation, just paranoia right there. About the 3 marches in here, blue team and OV has to make sure they grab the building first. Forget about the marches outside, and there goes the blue building. Great job by OV, but they haven't secured their own Desert Altar yet. There it goes right there. Their Shrine of War also taking a little bit. Hello? Thank you. Their Shrine of War taking a little bit to get here. And now the confrontations begin. There is a garrison guy inside the Sky Altar, so secured for HKL. On the other hand, the Saladin here on this building is not the most ideal commander, but it is facing currently just a swarm. It should be able to easily take over this building, and so the building should be protected. Desert Altar, red Desert Altar is blinking. There are blue marches surrounding it, but it doesn't seem like any of these buildings are gonna go down. So the map so far is looking as it needs to be. Remind you, this is a mirrored map, therefore this is the blue side and this is the red side. Come on, Divine Aid, why you gotta do us like that? All the buildings on this side of the line should be blue, and all the lines and buildings on this line should be red. In the early stage, you have to wait the 3 minutes worth of occupation until the buildings start ticking for points. And so right now, they're just waiting it out to grab first occupation bonuses, as well as the rest of the buildings with 150 points per minute every minute for the altars, and 80 points per minute every single minute for the shrines. So as of right now, the match looks fairly even, but 8 rallies have been launched, and woo-wee! HKL, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rallies launched by the red team and 3 by the blue team. You can notice that the red team is also utilizing rallies to move marches forward. How do we know this? They are attacking Slouty right here. They're attacking Peanut Bunny right here. They're attacking B No Kidding right here. And these guys are not going to actually take rallies. What HKL is doing is they are moving marches closer and closer to the front, and they're doing it through a rally. You're going to see in a moment, Slouty and, as you can see, they're neighbors, which means the 2 rallies coming in here are aiming at somewhere within this area to go on an aggressive move. First rally by Slouty is out, and it's passing a sea of fights as Rick, I was actually thinking of Ricky when I said Aki. Ricky in here on the field, and they're trying to swarm the rally as it passes by, but HKL and OV are fighting in the open field with nothing to gain out of that but of course the open field presence. Some HKL folks with very little health have been left to just stay on the field, which is a great play by OV. These guys are going to need to suicide in order to march home quicker, or else they're going to have a very, very long march time. In the meantime, Slouty's rally is smashing into the Shrine of War, which is secured by a Zenobia. An OV rally is on its way to the Desert Altar, and guess what's holding it? None other than a Zenobia. And watch this rally as it cancels right there to have the open field presence near. That was one of the marches we saw going towards either Slouty or Pina. That was Slouty's rally, and there's one more rally on its way to keep reinforcing the Desert Altar aggression. This is by the looks of it, a Chandragupta William march going up against Zenobia with an insane HKL swarm. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. HKL is doing what HKL does. A massive swarm. Look at the difference in the aggression as the folks of OV have rallies up with no open field support whatsoever and very little open field support, something as Zenobia can definitely take care of. On the other hand, HKL, they always have a rally and like 10 marches around, smashing into the building. This rally is barely now yellow and the building's already red, and the pressure is on OV to hold on to their Desert Altar, as that Desert Altar is poised to go down. OV making the correct play. They want to focus on the rally. They want to get rid of the rally as quickly as humanly possible and then get into the building and allow the swarm to dwindle itself slowly and steadily. The rally is the big mass of troops that is going to continually keep tanking the building as long as the marches around are there. Now, the slight mistake that HKL did, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, as they take the building away from OV regardless, is that they didn't let the rally hit first. They let the swarm hit first and then the rally. That means that the swarm took the attack while the rally did not take the attack. It's like the counterattack. That could be a strategy to maintain the strength of rallies. But as you can see, HKL taking Sky Altars all over the place. Sky Altar, Desert Altar, every single building OV held that was meaningful in terms of points has gone out the window. And the shrine buildings that are important for middle fights and things like that, you get 5% troop defense and attack as well as 25% healing speed, are still in the favor of OV, but the points per minute game definitely isn't, as HKL start the match with 300 points per minute in their favor, although they were down by about 200 points. In a few moments, that lead is going to go away for OV, and HKL are going to take the lead for, I guess, the first time, if I wasn't paying attention, in the 46th minute, and there it is right there, and that lead is just going to keep growing as OV starts swarming these YSS on the Desert Altar. Realistically, HKL is not necessarily looking to hold onto this building and make points out of it. What they're trying to do is they're trying to milk the timer. As you can see, they've been holding onto this building for now 1 minute and almost 30 seconds. That is 225 points OV has not made because they are here. Even the Wuzetian is hitting the damn building. That's how crazy this is. And as you can see, this game is about points per minute. It's about being able to gain points by holding onto the buildings, by grabbing arcs, which we're going to go take a look at in a second, and provision. The problem is if you go to the middle without the buildings game being evened out or in your favor, every moment that you're fighting in the middle is a moment where you're losing advantage and you're getting essentially, you're losing the ability for the arc to be meaningful. We go into the middle as the fights start going, and HKL have tons of people all over the place. OV are now starting to pour into the middle. They have grabbed successfully back their Desert Altar, which is very, very important. It's a great start for them, and they're also aggressing on the OV HKL Shrine of War. It doesn't look like this is gonna do anything, and so to the middle we go as swirlies begin and skills get popped and lag ensues and the game crashes eventually as the middle fight is going on 30 seconds before the arc pops up. 30 minutes would have been nuts, and from there on, madness. This arc is very important for OV, but HKL are employing the 2020 middle meta, and now I want to show you guys how the 2020 middle meta works very quickly. When you have a set of players, and you can see that HKL or OV are doing kind of the same thing. You have 4 players, let's say, that are in the middle. You split them into teams of 2, and those will have in total 10 marches. Whoa, the lag is stupendous. 10 marches each. Those 10 marches each can then now target specific commanders. These guys look for Williams. These guys look for Mulans. And every time there's a William on the field, they go after it. Every time there's a Mulan, they go after it. You divide your team in a way that the team is destroying as many targets as it can at once. At this point, OV have picked up the arc at the beginning, and they have started carrying it backwards. This is very, very important for the folks in OV to get this arc carried backwards. But HKL have a lot of forces in here. So do OV. OV keep pouring in, and by the looks of it, I see more frowny faces in the middle for HKL than I see for OV, which can be troubling for HKL. However, they managed to secure 300 points per minute already. So every minute that this arc is getting fought for, and we already crashed because that's how it works, every minute this arc gets fought for, it's a minute where HKL are closing the gap. Now, this arc is 3,000 points total. So 3,000 points is super simple to come back from. 10 minutes with 300 points worth of a lead, and you're good to go. Oh, my lordy almighty. You, go away. Thank you, and be nice. With that being said, HKL can allow themselves to lose one arc. HKL don't have a problem losing this arc if they can continue to gain that building game momentum. But they cannot lose more than one arc. OV should recognize the fact that they're doing better in the middle right now than the folks in HKL did, and they need to deliver this arc right this instance. The quicker they deliver this arc, the next arc will come back, and they can play to their strength. Currently, as of right now, it is clear that HKL's biggest strength is the buildings game. They are taking on the points per minute game in a substantial manner. And HKL seem to be a little weaker in the middle compared to OV. OV need to take advantage of that opportunity to get themselves into a situation where they can abuse arcs and get as many arcs as they want. Now, we need to really quickly get away from here so we can get a proper zoom out and get you back into the map. And so let's take a quick look as OV have cleared HKL from the middle. And where's this arc now? It is backpedaling. Sony is still in here with a full march, and he could potentially drop this arc. But OV have such a huge presence here. HKL most likely are going to call it quits for the middle and go back to do what they've been doing best, which is middle play, the buildings play. They need now to not allow OV to do what they're doing, which is get their buildings back and start gaining points again. There is a huge pickup. Huge pickup by HKL. This is a huge disruptor. Now, you're going to tell me, don't tell me there was only one march taking it. Come on, OV. Here's why this is huge. At this point of the match, there's still 3 teleports missing, plus the other 5 that are going to come up momentarily. And so 3 teleports from having your obelisk were supposed to pop until the 30th minute. Now, up until the moment OV take their obelisk back, they're going to be short on teleports. It takes you both teleports and 2 divine aids to get 30 teleports within the first 30 minutes for everybody to teleport out of the starting zone. By picking up an obelisk, essentially, HKL have now disrupted the timeline of OV. If OV is playing this match correctly, and they are, they have people teleporting at certain times. On the 30th minute, these 2 people go. On the 35th minute, these 2 people go. On the 40th minute, these 2 people go, so forth and so on. And those timings also have to do with where those people have their marches on the field. Now, the 40th minute teleports are going to have to wait until the 37th minute, which means they're going to have to be able to time their marches to be efficient on the field and come back in time for teleport. Taking an obelisk before the 30th minute mark is probably one of the most painful things you can do to a team, because now you're delaying all of their teleports. And remind you, you cannot have marches on the field to teleport. They have to be either in a building or in a city or in your own city. Yeah, they cannot be on gathering nodes, and they cannot be on the field, and they cannot be frowny faces. So now the 40th minute teleports for OV are saying, do we wait the extra 3 minutes and send our marches out on the field because it's going to take some time until we get these teleports? Or do we stand by until we get the teleports and essentially have marches missing on the field? Both teams, well, as I said that, one team went away. And here it goes. One team doesn't have teleports. HKL, like clockwork, on the 40th minute. There we go. Teleport is done. And there is 1 teleport left on the folks of OV. And boy, oh boy, the folks of OV are taking this arc quite clearly. HKL are not going to let them take it that easily. This is not a bad play for HKL, for the record. They're delaying this arc as much as they can. They know that the middle play for OVC, they might have recognized that the middle play for OV is a bit stronger. And therefore, them delaying the arc the way they are right now with fairly minimal marches, I can guarantee to you there are more OV marches here than there are HKL marches surrounding this arc. And this gives opportunity for delays. We'll see how that one plays out for the folks of HKL. There goes Ricky with the divine aid of the 40th minute, 39th minute. They needed an extra minute until they got their final energy up and running. I just caught a rally somewhere in here. Where is it going? There it goes. It breaks and goes towards the swarm. They're going towards the Shrine of War, trying to stop this arc from making way. And the arc gets dropped. The arc is still here. There's no space for the arc in the Shrine of War. And now it is escorted. The middle fight is over. OV take a 1,400 point lead. With 38 minutes remaining, though, ladies and gentlemen, HKL's expertise is the aggression on buildings. And Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. If OV don't fall asleep in here, they're going to have a big problem. But 1,400 points is a great lead. You cannot let the points per minute start slipping. Look at the OV folks scrambling now to get back into positions. Top team going back to the top. Bottom team going on the aggression. Rallies need to get launched. Rally leaders need to come back home. Marches need to be refilled. Unfortunately, there is nothing around here that they can go hit. And so all of these half-dead marches are going to have to, unfortunately, walk home, which is a little bit of a waste of time, but it's a situation and it's what happened. There's an OV mini swarm trying to take the Desert Altar very unsuccessfully. And so we continue to look at HKL trying to get some aggression going. Top area, Shrine of Life, very well secured with a Zenobia. That rally goes out the window. And this Edward Tamaris is deadly. Edward with the massive skill damage, and Tamaris with the skill damage debuffs, 45% extra if you get stacked up to 15. And then when that Edward hits, you take a massive damage. Easy peasy way to get rid of an Until Takeda is to have a nice Edward Tamaris nearby to just clean it out a little bit as the folks of TN choose to change Kings right now. Shout out to Kingdom 401, our new home for the big account. OV's Desert Altar is being massively swarmed and rallied once more, and it'll once more go down the same exact way it went down earlier. Yes, things are lagging because there's fights happening all over the place, and marches making their way in here as fast as they can. Let's try to give it a quick little refresh by zooming out. Oh, we don't need to give it no refresh. There goes the building in favor of HKL. Yet again, 150 points in the favor of HKL, and oh boy, here we go again. It's the same old story. OV are going to need to step up their building game, or else they're going to have to score every single arc. One wrong move with the arc, and it is game over. So let's take a quick peek at what you guys are saying in the chat. What's up, Doug Lights here? Let's see. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying the cast. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream. And there goes a tax. We're getting taxed for casting, chat. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream, even though lag is being absurd right now. Lag is legitimately being absurd as madness ensues, and really buildings being rallied all over the place. We have an HKL rally on the Shrine of War with a small swarm that is fairly successful. It is being decently successful. The rally is still white while the building is almost halfway down. It looks like OV have reinforcements nearby to come reinforce the building. Although, I don't get why Kika is just standing there. He probably wants to refill the building like he did right there. But another March just standing by that could be doing a little bit of damage. HKL haven't gone towards the middle just yet. But OV seem to be posturing forward towards that middle team. In the meantime, at the bottom, we have HKL's massive swarm again on the Sky Altar. Which, guess what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It goes... Well, it got refilled, so we're going to have to wait another couple moments. But based on what we're seeing here, it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Building goes down. And there's nothing OV can do about it. A massive swarm with the correct commanders. We're seeing a lot of heralds on the field. There goes the building as everything lags like crazy. I wonder what is going on in the other match that things are looking like this. It is absolutely bonkers. SNO winning by 2k points. Damn, Daniel. No kidding. Whoa. I forgot that the sound is on in here. I like turtle, says Pirate Ross. Thank you very much for the very kind super chat, Pirate Ross. And you too, Caps, and you too, Dechi. What's up, guys? Desert Altars going down. Let's go look at the other match on the tablet. I feel like we can quickly swap between matches on the tablet if we have it set up. So I'll reset it up just for us to have a little bit of a good time observing both matches. We're gonna focus on this match right here, but I'll occasionally give you a sneak peek on what's going on in the other match as well. How about that for quality content? Smash a like on the stream. You guys know where to come for Osiris League casts. Middle team, Ovi taking their Desert Altar back, and now everybody's pouring towards the middle team. It's about to get insane lag. Why is stream so laggy? The game is so laggy. Everything is lagging. It's the servers. There's 2 matches, very intense matches going on. Everything is lagging. It's not the stream. It's absolutely everything. I'm watching the JWM match on the tablet, and my tablet is strong. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. If you guys want to live with the pixelation a little bit, we can. You know what? Let's try to give you the best content we can, and on the fly make some changes as HKL are once more 300 points in the lead, and Lord have mercy on us with all of this madness going on. Let's see if we can very quickly change this and frame rate up a little bit of graphics, and we save. And we kill the app, and let's see if we get a better result out of the tablet momentarily. And we might just switch and watch on the tablet the main game, and on the computer the secondary game, as HKL have a 300 point per minute lead, and they haven't secured any building on top of that. They only have their own building right now. Yeah, but you can look at the structure. Yeah, we can look at the structure. But the fights around are just insane. The fights around are really crazy. Let's go take a peek and see if you guys prefer this. So let's get into this match very quickly and give you all a change like this. I know that this might look a little bit better for you guys. Let me know if you prefer this. In the meantime, we can stay on here, and if you tell me this is better, we'll switch from here. We'll switch the other account onto something else. I increased the frame rate and the quality of the settings a little bit, so you should be seeing a much better screen. Let me know right now if you guys want to keep it like this. I feel like this will give us such a cleaner viewing experience as we can watch the middle. Look at the middle going bonkers, and you can hear the tablet is holding strong. I'm saying that, and as I'm saying that, things are going crazy, but I think that this will do a lot better. I think that we can stay with this for now, and how does it sound? Up. And now you guys get a little bit of extra suspense going on as we'll keep the computer on the other match to let you know what is going on with it as madness ensues in the middle. Oh my lordy almighty. I know you guys are watching this and going crazy thinking, oh lord. The lag is a little bit here still, but the tablet seems to be handling it much better. In the meantime, JWM, lower the game sound. I can't hear you. Yep. Sorry. Further down. Sorry, chat. Here we go. This is a battle of champions. My bad. We're testing things on the fly. Thank you for the comments. We dropped the sound further. Tell me if it's okay now. It went crazy early on. OV in the meantime are doing great. They are a little bit in the lead, but not for so long. They have 150 points down per minute, and so that lead of theirs is going to dwindle down very quickly, and HKL is not trying to let them hold on to the Desert Altar for much long. In the meantime, JWM is losing the match by 2,600 points, but they are holding on to the Ark of Osiris. JWM have the Ark secured, and they're holding onto it, so that's 3,000 points in their favor. However, they are down in the buildings game very quickly. They are down 50 by 270 points, and so now it's do or die time for them. They are holding on to the Ark. Keep that in mind. That's 3,000 points you do not see on the screen on the preview either. Let's go back to the middle as the Ark is down. Someone picked it up and someone instantly dropped it. OV with a crazy middle play. OV can be the team to take out HKL if HKL cannot do anything about the middle play of OV. OV know that that's where their strength is, and they need to secure the buildings as quickly, they need to secure the arc as quickly as possible so they can spawn one more and then just go take care of the buildings. This might be the Achilles heel for HKL. That middle team right there is suffering, and it's suffering big time. It is suffering big time. Let's go take a peek at what goes on in the Desert Altar as the rally is being now swarmed by Pedro Justin, and so it looks like it's going to be fairly well secured. This rally is also not going to be too successful. It doesn't have any open field presence. Fung and company are on their way to take a Sky Altar away from OV once more, and this time they're a bit earlier than before. They need to be doing that. They need to be doing that. They have to not allow OV to gain that 590 status, which they have right now as they own half of the map. HKL at this point can pretty much give up on the arc because that arc is swarmed by blue marches. There are a few red marches in here. They're trying to make things a little bit interesting, but the more this arc marches forward towards the blue side, the quicker these guys will be able to come back into this and come help. And that arc is just booking it. Autumn is just not even caring, just flying with it. A lot of blue marches around, just destroying any red march around. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be a hard one for HKL. We might have just ripped our Eye of the Talent bets, ladies and gentlemen. But OV might make us a lot of coins. On the other match, on the other hand, JWM delivered the Arc of Osiris, and now they are actually ahead in the points per minute game. Are they? They're ahead in the points per minute game by 130 points. JWM now leading by a mere 59 points and now gaining a lead, ladies and gentlemen. 27 minutes remaining as SNO are having a tough time defending their own buildings as well as aggressing on JWM's. Too tough to call just yet as both teams are missing a few buildings for the 590 status. While we're looking at that, OV are just booking it. Autumn is still alive. This March is still somehow doing it, and it's on its way to the Desert Altar. Desert Altar is fairly well secured by OV, so this arc seems to be a guaranteed arc for the folks in OV. HKL have taken a slight lead as they owned the points per minute game for a fairly long while, and so 500 points, this arc is a 3,500 point arc, so this will give a potential 3,000 point lead for OV. And so as the matches continue, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you all the updates of both matches. Do not worry, we got literally the other match right there, this match right here. I mean, y'all won't find better coverage. I'm telling you that right now. With that being said, HKL now need to figure out what they're doing because their points per minute game is not working out. They have been winning it for a few minutes and then OV take it right back. And the middle team is not doing its job at all. It's having issues, big issues. And so one more arc, this is game over for OV. If we go take a quick peek, we can go sneak around, look for provisioners. You will find a few HKL provisioners. I have no doubt in my mind HKL have a few provisioners out there. At least I hope so. There's one more unicorn. You might want to stop your march. This is, it's going into here. Okay, never mind. Good unicorn catching the march. There's another person right there. Three different individuals provisioning. So that's good news for HKL. Let's go sneak around. Ooh, there it is. There's Wah with 2 marches right there, and there's one more march right there. So we're seeing good provisioning from HKL's department. Let's go take a quick peek if we find any OV provisioners before we get back into the craziness that is this match, as OV have delivered the arc like I predicted and taken a beautiful little lead of about, 3,400 points. Not bad at all for the crew of OV. Oh man, what is HKL gonna do? The next arc is 4,000 points strong. We see 1 OV provisioner, 2 potential. I know you guys got signal, don't worry. It'll fix itself out. Every time I tap too strong on the tablet, well, we just killed the tablet. So we may or may not have just killed the tablet. Let's go really quickly back into the match here until the tablet resets. Apparently, the tablet just said, screw it. You tapped too strong. And so we go back into the match in here until we get the tablet back up and running. I mean, technical difficulties all over the place, but you know the gecko, guys. You know me. We're already set up for every possible contingency, and we're back into the match. Just like that. That's right. We're set up for every possible contingency right now. And Here we go. Shrine of War about to go down. OV, massive swarm in here. 4 marches swarming more than anything else. As the tablet gets back and resets, we're going to get back into the action on this view momentarily. But buildings blinking everywhere. I mean, both... there's 2 blue buildings and 1 red building. Shrine of War completely being decently swarmed, but fairly secured as of right now. Desert Altar, on the other hand, we've seen this happen before. Guess what? If HKL, if OV don't focus on holding on to this building, which they seem to be, but there's still a lot of red presence in here. If OV cannot hold on to this building, it's going to be trouble. If they can, the people in trouble and in massive trouble will be HKL, because OV seem to have read their play and finally managed to hold onto their Desert Altar for now. And that's what they need to be doing. They have to be able to hold on to their own Desert Altar, or else they're not going to be able to do anything in this match. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we go right back into the tablet, the better view for us to enjoy the fights. And in the meantime, we're going to go watch the JWM match on the other screen. Y'all know how it goes in here. We got our ninjas working in the background, and by ninjas, I mean me. Don't forget to drop a like on this stream. I mean, who else has been doing these things? Take a look at this Desert Altar. It's still holding. HKL still have a massive presence here, so it's not over until it's over. We're going to go take a peek at the Shrine of War. It's also getting a massive swarm, an HKL swarm. New thing, we haven't seen them do this before on the Shrine of War, and a massive swarm on the Sky Altar too. It looks like OV are going to lose potentially 380 points per minute, which can be trouble. It can be what HKL need to get back into the lead. In the meantime, the fight is tight between JWM and the folks of Snow. The middle fight is going on right now. There's a minute and a half until the arc pops, and JWM seem to be a little bit in better presence in the middle. While that's going on, the points per minute are even, and JWM have a 700 point lead. So it looks like JWM are slowly making a comeback into it. While we're taking a look at that, the folks of HKL are about to take out this OV Sky Altar and take the points per minute lead once more. And there it is, HKL taking a Sky Altar. Now, HKL honestly need to hold on to these buildings. They're having a tough time in the middle and not being able to get those points from the middle. And they have been more successful at getting points from buildings. I almost feel like they need to focus a little bit more on holding on to the buildings rather than going towards the middle and not being too successful. This Shrine of War, though, it's trouble. Shrine of War is a key building for a middle fight, as it gives you 5% attack and defense. And if one team has both, they have 10% of each, while the other team has 0. So OV don't want to lose this building. They seem to be fairly secure with their defense. There's someone in here chilling. There's this guy who can get into the building at any time. I would assume this is a March that's going into the building as well. I see did I just see a Khan going into a Zenobia building? I guess this is a Zenobia YSS mixed troops garrison. Let's go take a sneaky peeky at what they're garrisoning with. And I see infantry and cavalry. A little bit of cavalry right there for the garrison captain. Let's go take we're trying really sneakily look at what they got in here. The reinforcements are primarily infantries, but there's a little bit of cavalry too, and we saw Cav March go in there. It's not a terrible play to send a Cav March into an infantry march. If you're going to lose the building, you might as well put the Cavs in and let the building hold for a little longer. Although Hatter was here with infantry and could have taken care of that reinforcement. There is still 2 minutes and some until the middle fight. Let's go take a quick peek at what goes on in the buildings before. Oh boy, there's this one march about. Could it take this Desert Altar away from HKL? That would be highly hysterical if they allow this to fall because they're not paying attention to their defense. They seem to be very confident that this building is going to hold. It is taking much less damage than it is dishing, I can tell you that much. So that might be it. What we got going on at the top, 2 minutes before the middle fight begins, this is a rally without an open field presence. So this rally is going to go toast. OV trying to take their building back, and yes, it is time. It is time to look at the middle as HKL pushed up. HKL positioned forward. HKL took the buildings and sent the wall. And Lord, HKL are looking to take this building as they are down by 2,600 points, and this is a 4,000 point arc. And then guess what? My boys, once more, are gonna need to provision to win a game. Provisioning is a crucial part of Arc of Osiris. And so it is crucial to be able to provision while playing the game. Some folks give it less credit than it should have, but as I believe that as time goes by, the legitimacy of provisioning has grown. In the meantime, as this madness ensues, and you guys are watching this on the screen, I can tell you JWM have taken arc number 2, and they are 500 points in the lead. They are also down by 150 points in the points per minute game overall. But with 19 minutes remaining, a 3,500 point arc is crucial for JWM. They're going to need a lot more than that. They have lost their top desert altar though, and now there's a massive amount of people coming from the middle to try to regain that desert altar back. And so, hey, every moment that goes by without them getting points is important. The middle madness is going on. Now, let me tell you something. I like the play by HKL to posture forward and start the fight forward. But the bottom line is, when the time comes, the blue team is just going to push down. And there's nothing you can do to stop them. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop a team from going down. You're not a wall. And so, starting the fight up on the top is a very neat little thing. It slows down the push down. But as you can see, 8 seconds before the arc pops, and everybody's on the middle right now. So I don't know how much that really helps, per se. But it seems to be something that that HKL gave purpose to. Arc pops in, and Slouty smashes the skill, and he knows he needs it. There is way too many frowny faces, blue frowny faces, but the blue team have picked up the arc and now dropped it. Bog down dropped somewhere. I don't see the bog down. Lord have mercy on this match, as there it is. As things are intensifying around this arc, Monkey Ruffy once more taking the arc and dumping it out. Look at the HKL division right here. Look at how many frowny faces go out at once. That's how you know they are look at that, look at that. You see the 3 coming up on the top right here. This guy right there, and this guy right here. You can see them coming out in groups of 3. That's the pods that I'm talking about. The pods taking care of marches one at a time. And if you keep an eye, it literally goes 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 all the time. The red team has the middle. The red team has the middle. HKL are about to take this arc downwards. This match is nowhere near over, as there's still plenty of blue presence. If we zoom out a little bit to show you the presence of colors, you can see a lot of red, but there are blues in the center of all of that. So we're not seeing them, but they are there. Oh my goodness almighty. HKL, they need to do something about these blue marches before they pick up the arc. They have decided to pick it up nonetheless, and they're booking it. Nobody's touching them. I mean, this march is going to go down. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 marches behind it, but with a swarm of red, it looks like HKL going for arc number 3 and going strong. In the meantime, there is still blue presence, so you cannot count them out just yet. We're going to take a sneak peek really quickly at the Sky Altar to see what's going on there. Just like I mentioned, a quick little Edward Tamaris. Get rid of that rally. You just do enough damage for the garrison to keep securing the building, and that's that. Very good job right there. I've been telling you guys this since I was in JWM2. This is what I used to do. We had a Minamoto, Ethelfled, and a Edward Tamaris. Those two smashing into an Attila Takeda. Even if your building is not full, there's 1 million troops in the building, and a Charles Martel Theodora with 1 million troops in it, and those 2 marches swarming a rally is all you need to secure the building. It's all you need. So one person can theoretically secure a building so long as there is no open field presence for the other team right there. We're going to go take a peek at what's going on, as HKL are really, really successful with this arc, and they know they need to book this arc, and they know that they need to keep it for as long as they can. They're going to want to keep it for at least 8 minutes to secure that there won't be a 4th arc in this match, because they are weak on the middle, and this is not nothing personal to them. It's just what the game has been showing us. They've been weaker in the middle. They are also down by about, what is that, 26, that's 2,200 points, so 1,800 point lead once they take this arc, and then it comes down to provisions and who can hold on to their buildings. At this stage, losing a building can be tragic. Why? Because it'll take you at least the time of rallying the building, plus the 3 minutes of occupation until you start gaining points, and time is almost over. 15 minutes remaining. And this match is a 2,000, less than that. Woo, look at the points, just shot up. It's a 1,400 point match right there, and HKL, they are not going down without a fight. Now, granted, their marches are getting a little bit smacked around here. Blue team, OV coming in around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't count this arc safe just yet. OV are coming in from around in the back. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. OV. OV. Oh my lordy, HKL. I don't know where you guys are going, but a blue sea is coming for you. And this arc is not safe, ladies and gentlemen. This arc is not safe. This is like the final battle of freaking Game of Thrones, which ended terribly, by the way. Look at the marches. They're like, F this, we're going in. We're going in. We're going to stop this at all costs. There's a few marches in here doing slight damage to slow down the movement of the arc while more marches are coming in. Look at this. As we zoom out a little bit, look at how many blue marches are around, and the red marches are slowly dwindling down. They are marching this arc, but they might not be able to hold on to it. They might have to secure it very quickly, or else they might lose it. Oh boy, HKL, OV are not letting it go, and HKL are not gaining anything out of this. They're not aggressing on buildings. They're not doing anything to kind of stop this from having any effect. At this point, OV are all in on this guy, and it is time for HKL to react accordingly. Now, HKL are going to need some people here as well, but the arc is now, look at the distance of the arc and this city. We can literally see these guys have a moment's march away, 20-30 seconds. We'll see in a second how long it takes this person to bring a march out. So they are close to the arc. They can continually send marches out to reinforce this arc and reinforce this fight. And OV have to march a very, very long while. That big sea of blue is just now arriving and has more reinforcements. No building is blinking. We're at 590, 590. Points per minute game is set. OV, with a lead of 1,400 points, and HKL with a 4,000 point arc on their back. Oh my goodness. Both of these matches, this match and the other one happening on the other side, are very tight, as JWM have not secured the second arc just yet. They're holding on to it. They have not delivered it just yet, and they have 200 points per minute worth of a lead, and they are down by 200 points, but momentarily that is going to change. JWM are also in a huge lead in terms of their open field presence in the building game as well. So SNO are having a little bit of trouble to keep up with JWM in the long term. They have done a good job at starting the match well, but a team like JWM, like HKL, like OV, you get exhausted throughout the match, and it seems like the Frozen Empire is being frozen out. Back into the match we are watching, though. Madness all over the place. OV pick up the arc. What the hell? Oh my goodness gracious. OV pick up the arc now. Listen, we have never, ever witnessed a team bring an arc from here, from this position, to being able to secure it on the other side of the map, or even like if they take this building away from HKL right here, which OV are headed straight to the building. Great play by OV. This is a fantastic play. They got HKL all focusing on that arc, and they are taking the Desert Altar away from HKL. 150 points per minute. And now OV are going to keep gaining a lead as HKL hold on to the arc. This is what I was talking about. OV reacting to HKL's victory. And HKL did not react to the fact that OV are putting a lot of resources into the arc. So now the arc is being contested, and a close blue building is around. HKL are losing 150 points per minute every single minute. Now they're down by 150 points every single minute, and in 2 minutes they'll be down 300 points. OV, wow. Okay, OV, I am so far very impressed, but this is not over or near over, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to blink in this match. 10 minutes remaining, provision still missing. I need some coffee. Chat, who do you all think? 10 minutes remain in this match. 800 beautiful people in our cast. Thank you all for choosing me to watch. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream and let me know in the chat. 10 minutes before the match ends, who do you think has this? OV or HKL? Let me know right now. I can tell you my Oryx are on OV, but my Eye of the Talent are on HKL. So I'm gonna either win or lose regardless on both situations. Honestly, Eye of the Talent seems a little bit more important, but if HKL end up getting eliminated, at least we get some Oryx out of it, right? HKL have more provisions. Interesting to see. HKL 100% says Bunny. What's up, Bunny? Bunny, do me a favor. Can you please message me my 401 account so I know that you are actually the real bunny so I can mod you? Because I've had a couple of people say that you're not, that they're you. So is there any chance you can send me a message I'm not in squad. I'm in squad in 401 just so I know this is your account. I'm going to mod you because you're someone in this community that people make impressions of. So I need to make sure that folks know who you are. And that imposters are imposters. OV are over, but in terms of the arc. But look at this red presence around here, and look at what the blue team ended up doing. They're all flying towards this desert altar, which is gonna turn red. But if I know OV, and I know OV, all these freaking masses, are gonna be trouble. Because they're gonna just fly around and they're going to fly around and cause massive chaos worth of swarms on buildings. And so we do not want to see that happen. Bunny, those are my chords right there. I just want to make sure people don't impersonate you, my man. That ain't the real Bunny. He's a fake. Hopefully, he's the real one. I don't know. That's exactly why I want to confirm. Let's wait and see what happens. Rally's coming out for HKL. It is time for HKL to abuse the opportunity. There are so many frowny faces on their way home to get some aggression going. HKL pick up their building back. They gotta go. This is the time for HKL to start pushing. If they manage to push forward right here, they can actually take a bunch of buildings because OV have no marches available, but they're gonna need open field presence with their rallies. This right here is not gonna work. The timing is off. And this rally is about to break right there for open field presence, but that rally is already so weak compared to the building, so they're not going to work out at all. On the other hand, we have, HKL with the provisioners right here. OV should be considering hitting these bad boys right here. Maybe they can kick them out of the building, the provisions, and rip those provisions. Quite frankly, for OV, especially Peanut Bunny, should be considering hitting this and that while it's on the tile. Hope and pray he can get rid of it, because if you die on the caravan, your marches are out and gone. Your marches are out and gone if you're on the caravan right there. So you don't want to be doing that. Peanut Bunny is swarming the Shrine of Life. They can take the Shrine of Life away from HKL. That wouldn't be bad either. Sky Altar is looking good. Other buildings are blinking. Desert Altar. Rally again fails. No open field presence. You cannot win a building with just a rally. And this is the swarm I was talking about. Here it comes towards the Shrine of War. Sony and company are on their way as May 12. A Mundo's rally is taking a beating here, but once the swarm comes in, things are going to get much easier for everybody. What game? OV. HKL win? Maybe. HKL, they deliver the arc. They know. They left a little bit of time. Oh, they didn't. It's perfectly timed. HKL now in the lead. 1,300 points, ladies and gentlemen. 1,300 points as they secured the arc. And now they got to get themselves points. They got to get OV to stop gaining points. That's how they do it. They take buildings away from OV, but they also cannot lose their own buildings. Losing your own buildings means you are not earning points, which can be troublesome. Here is an example of 80 points per minute that almost went out the window. Thankfully, a march made it in there just at the right time. And this person might be considering the possibility of joining the building. Potentially, you're gonna need to if you want to survive, if you want this building to hold. Sky Altar secured by OV, very good job right there. And what we got here, Shrine of War secured by HKL as well. The map is looking even, but because HKL lost their Desert Altar, they're 150 points per minute down. It's about to lock down, and it's about to be what it needs to be. Cool, Bunny. Let me see. Where are you? Real Bunny, not impossible. Okay, cool. I needed to make sure it's you because I've got a couple of impersonators, and so we don't want to. There you go. Not timeout. There you go. Now we'll know that it's actually you, and people won't be impostering you anymore. With that being said, HKL now evening up the game, and the points lead is down to 700, less than 700 points. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game of, you know it. Are you going to say it in chat, or am I going to say it in chat? Provisioning. This game is going to end in provisioning. Right now, the most important thing both teams need to do is hold on to their buildings. If they can hold on to their buildings, they're going to be able to secure a evened out match in terms of points per minute. If they can take away a building like HKL are about to do, 8 minutes, 80 points per minute are about to go down. This Shrine of War is getting massively swarmed, and it might not hold. If it doesn't hold, that's 80 points per minute. That will never happen again. And there it, come on, goes. 80 points per minute down for OV. And there's not enough time to really do anything about it. By the time you get here with enough aggression to get the building back, we're done. And so here's HKL trying to take Ricky. Ricky is in here. Ricky and a mass of people are in here trying to take the Desert Altar. Fantastic play. It has to happen. It has to happen. Right now, if the Desert Altar goes down, OV are in trouble because they're going to lose a lot of points per minute. They're down 80 points per minute, which means there's going to be 320 points more that HKL are just going to make by simply being on the map. Keep your eyes on the score. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on right there on the score because provisioners are about to pop in and they're going to pop in big time. Look at this right here. They're trying to get rid of an OV provisioner / March that's sending in provisions. If it dies on the caravan, all the provision points gone. So this March has to leave the caravan or else the 80 provisions that it picked up, 81 provisions that it picked up, are not going to make any sense. So we're going to keep an eye on that while the building is getting swarmed. No red buildings are blinking. Blue buildings are blinking all over the place. A red building that's supposed to be blue is blinking, but whatever to that. OV cannot allow this provisioner to go down on the tile. Where are you, homie? Get out of the caravan. There he is. Great job. Now he needs to suicide his march. He cannot march home. There you go. Turn around. Smash into the HKL, let them kill you, you go home faster. Look at this right here, ladies and gentlemen. You saw that it took him about a minute and a half to march back home, and take a look at this. Look at the difference it's going to be. As soon as that march goes down, we're going to look at its marching time, and you'll see why he turned around. It's so much more worth it for him to keep doing damage and become a frowny face. 34 seconds, half of the march time. So he's going to make it home safe and even go provision again. Good for you. Great play by OV. Here's another HKL march that needs to be careful not to die on the tile. While that's going down, the Shrine of Life is secured. The Shrine of War is still being fought for. In the meantime, the other Shrine of War at the top side, let's go take a look at that, is getting rallied unsuccessfully by Sloudy, and that's it. Now it's a provisions game as HKL take an 1,100 point lead and they're gaining 8 points per minute every single moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. It is about to go down. Season 1 champions versus Season 2 champions. Who is going to the top 4? Who is securing a ticket for Osiris Invitational? Remind you, both these teams were on Osiris Invitational last season, and only one of them is going to have a sweet, sweet, sweet skin that is specific for Osiris Invitational. Like the one I have right there is this Osiris Invitational skin. Personally, me having this skin is a huge advantage. It's an infantry skin with healing speed. And so a team that wants to stay at the top tier cannot afford not to have the skins available as well. And so this is OV against HKL. All the marbles on here. Lord have mercy. They even took the building. They occupied it for a few moments. They had 670 points per minute. And oh my lordy, here we go. The provisioners are coming in. OV's provisioners are in, ladies and gentlemen. And they're piling on 41,500 to the 39,675. I'm going to get up because I'm not going to sit down. I can't sit down. I should sit down. But oh my lordy, here we go. Come on, down to 1,000 points. Less than that. Keep your eyes on the score. Forget about the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes up on the top. I will keep you apprised of what's happening on the field. Keep your eyes on the provisioners. 1,000, less than 1,000 point lead for OV right now. And HKL are trying to close that gap. They're gaining 110 points per minute every single minute more than OVR. And this is a less than a 1,000 point game. 1 minute remaining. Provisioners are still coming in. Buildings are still going down. HKL take an outpost away from OV. That's a couple of extra points more. 110 points more are going to go into the side of HKL. And 52 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen. As my voice is about to die, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep the hype because this is it. 45 seconds. HKL behind slightly by 900 points. They are gaining 110 points per minute every single minute. Can OV eliminate HKL from Season 3 of Osiris League as they still hold on to a lead? And slowly and steadily, my eye on the talent is going bye-bye. 1,000 point difference, give or take. That's about less than 1,000 points, and it keeps growing. There goes HKL with more, OV with more provisioners. HKL, where are your provisioners? They're 1,000 points behind still. That lead keeps growing as they have the points per minute lead, but HKL, OV were provisioning nonstop. 5 seconds remaining, 1,000 points in the favor of the blue team and OV. Does HKL have anything left in the tank? No, they do not. Ladies and gentlemen, HKL Season 2 champions are eliminated. OV winning the match by less than 1,000 points, 994 points for OV, and they eliminate HKL and get themselves into Osiris Invitational, potentially into the top 4. And oh lordy, JWM lost to Snow. What? JWM losing to Snow by 2,300 points. OV beating HKL. Woo! Timeout. I need a breather. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're going to go back into this momentarily. Snow winning, OV winning. The underdogs are up, and I'm about to gain some moolahs, baby. We're going to talk about that momentarily, but let's go back into the match summary to show you what happened here. HKL definitely needed a little bit more middle game. They had what they needed for the occupation score. They were about 4,000 points ahead. But the problem is, when you're down 2,500 points in ARC and you're down 2,500 points in provisions, then then it's a problem. It's a huge problem. And with that being said, look at the healing by OV compared to HKL. Look at everything. OV are gonna need some. They're gonna need a lot. They're gonna need a lot of speed ups as we finished our Lost Kingdom Chronicles. You guys remember we are in Heroic Anthem on this account. And yeah, let's go take a peek at what happened. Because there it is. JWM eliminated from Osiris League Season 3. Out of Osiris Invitational. Top 8 performance for JWM and for HKL. And that's how the cookie crumbled. Let's go take a look at the schedule. As you can see now, Rose versus OV and SNO against 374 are our semifinals. And look at that beauty. Do you see what I see? 13 UTC, 15 UTC. That's right, baby. We'll be able to cast both matches on the Rise of Kingdoms official channel. So this is definitely going to be a good one for you guys to follow. Let's go take a quick peek at the Realm of Anubis, see how that ended up. P636 and KKSA are going to go up against 5090 and whoever wins out of the V636. These are the potential Osiris Invitational teams right there. Bam! And for the Realm of Horus, ladies and gentlemen, as I had to move myself away to not block it, these are our final 4 teams. No JWM on the top 4. No HKL on the top 4. Wow. Is this a second season? Is this a second championship for OV? Or is it the time of the folks in Rose who have been completely smashing it? Is it the time for Snow to have redemption? Or is it the time for K374 and my good old friends from JWM2? I'm so happy for them. I'm really happy for the people that I played with last season. They left Kingdom 59. They found themselves in 374. They built an amazing team with some 374 folks. And, I mean, there you go. You can see exactly that. They're in here. Right there. Wow. Wow. No 411K too. Well, no, we lost 411K last week. Just in general, we already were pretty stunned by that. And today we said goodbye to UCS, HKL, 1008, and JWM. Now, rest in peace, my eye on the talent. We put our eggs on the one basket. That's really the only way for you to get good. I wanted this. I wanted that. I wanted this. I wanted that. I wanted this. The only way to do that is put all your eggs on the one basket and hope and pray. Well, my basket is gone. But guess what? My basket just grew, chat. Oh my lordy, 1,000 Oryx right there and 840 Oryx right there is definitely gonna make up for the gap right there. And hey, if we ain't gonna get our eye on the talent, we clearly don't got the eye of the talent. What we can do, what we absolutely should do, is we should go in here and we should do this and that, and we go here and that, and then we go here, and then we want also that. Anything else is gravy. We'll go for the speed ups at the end, but we got 9K that we can go splurge with and not even care. That is right. I won 130K on Rose. Damn, dog. Why you have to be like that? I wasn't gonna put all my coins. I was like, listen, I haven't cleared the store yet. Now I'm gonna put it all in on one on Rose, I guess, or on SNO and see what happens. But hey, we cleared the store, chat. Woo! We haven't done that in a couple of seasons. Can we do that on the big account too? I wonder. I think we can. I mean, I couldn't bet on JWM, which was the biggest return by far, but we did pick up like 9,000 coins. So let's see if the big account. Let's see if the big account can also clear some shop. Can we? Yes, we can. We can do this. We can do that. We can go here. And we can go there. And from here, everything else is gravy. Oh, we want that too. We want that too. Anything else from here is gravy. So sweet. Both of our shops have been cleaned on both accounts. I appreciate every single one of you who chilled in this stream today. Don't forget to drop a like on the cast because this was a massive, massive, massive cast. I appreciate every single one of you for supporting the channel, for becoming a member, for joining the community by simply subscribing and hitting the notifications all. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk about a few things that should be that you should know about Heroic Anthem. We have a few more insights for you before you make your way into Heroic Anthem, so stay tuned for that. We got another kingdom that was attempted to be overtaken. That's right, the colonialism is still happening, and this time Kingdom 121 almost went down. We have so much content coming up in the next few days, as well as the first fight of Heroic Anthem, so you don't want to miss that out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll see you all sooner rather than later. Thank you for all your continued support, and have a great rest of your weekend, whatever afternoon time you're watching this.